Hello, I'm Kendra Von Esch, and you are listening to my 10-minute daily podcast, Reality Reflections. I bought into what this world said would make me happy. Money, prestige, power. And hey, if it feels good, do it, because life is stressful, so party hard. Do whatever makes you happy. But that didn't quite work out, because I felt even more insecure, full of fear, shame, and anxiety, and never, ever good enough. Then God found me and flipped my reality upside down and transformed my life. And I want this for everyone. So I left my executive career to help others find true acceptance, supernatural peace, joy, and love that only comes from a relationship with God. Here is my reality reflection for today. Sorry for the interruption, but you want to do a podcast, don't you? It is not hard. Just go to Spotify for podcasters, download the app, just use your phone. You don't need any fancy dancy equipment, and let your voice be heard. Everyone has something to say. You too. And you never know. You never know what heart you are going to touch with your inspiration. Whoa, people, I am so sorry. Can you say I forgot to do the podcast this morning? I can. Sorry about that. What a morning. Got up a little later than normal. Had a good morning, had a cup of coffee right before that's what happened. My coaching call, which I don't usually have that early on a Friday. Needless to say, I'm happy to take on new clients all the time. And I forgot after I was done. It was an hour-and-a-half call. And then my husband fixed my computer. Wait till you hear about my day yesterday. I was so excited. I said, okay, time to start on my personal petition meditation that I'm doing for the People in the Soul, Mind, and Body YouTube membership group. And I just started cranking, like kind of once you get into it, you just keep going. And no, I haven't recorded it, but I have put so much down, so many beautiful biblical supporting agents that help us to capture that thought, to manage the emotions, because life is never going to be easy, but it can be joyful and it can be peaceful, and we can learn how to take control and reprogram our subconscious mind. So that's basically what this one petition prayer is going to be, and I'm going to create many more meditations using the soul, the mind, and the body. So I got totally into it, and then I forgot, I need to do a podcast today. So I have to tell you, I was Mrs. Grumpy Pants yesterday. After I prayed, after I did my podcast, I was fine. And then I had to go do certain things for my ministry. And you know what that means? Technology. And I am not a technical person. Remember, that was one of my biggest insecurities, being a chief information officer, which is a person who's over all the technology in a company. That was my role as an executive, not knowing how to use technology, not being a technical person, a programmer, developer. I had no idea what technology did or how to fix it. I just was a good manager and a good leader. But at the time, Satan didn't allow me to see the skills that I had and the talents that I brought to not only my team, but to the projects and to the company. Instead, I lived my entire career wondering when they were going to find out I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I always blamed it on the fact that I wasn't technical. So me and technology are not friends. Yesterday, I had to order books. I'm going on a bunch of speaking engagements, thank you God, coming up in September and October and November. And then there's a gentleman named Charbel from Australia. Charbel Rakish, I think his last name is. And we're talking about doing some stuff together. Me coming on his podcast, me coming out and speaking in Australia. Don't know. Pray for me. We just had a few, email exchanges as well as a Zoom call. So I had to pull together my rosary reflections, and I had all these technical issues, and then my computer started not speeding up, like I couldn't get anywhere, and then my mouse broke, and then I was supposed to transfer some funds to the builder that's building our house down in Tennessee, and I couldn't get the money to transfer. I had $1.38, and I had a lot more that I had to transfer, and I'm panicking, and it may not sound like this is a lot, because as I'm saying it, it does sound really kind of silly, and it's even going to get sillier when I tell you the rest. But I was kind of like, I was upset. I was stressed out. It took me 2.5 hours to do some basic things, and nothing was like working correctly. So I just said, you know what? I'm done. It was like 11 o'clock. I slammed my laptop down, and I'm angry, everyone. I'm grumpy. I'm stressed out. The shoulders are like up to my ears. I come downstairs and I say, hey, hon, I'm going to go to the grocery store. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. And I just got in the car, like I could not shake this grumpiness. I was Miss Grumpy Pants. Went to return something at a store, Miss Grumpy Pants. Got to the grocery store as my second of the 3 errands I needed to do. And I wanted to just plug my earbuds in. I'm like, look, I'll just listen to a podcast, distract myself. Now, mind you, I'm going to stop right here. Did I pay attention? Was I engaging in what was going on? I will tell you, when I was driving, I'm like, why can't I shake this? It was like stuck on me like glue. But I did not grab that thought, that emotion, that frustration, that stress, that feeling of anxiousness, that anger, really. I didn't grab it and choke it like I wasn't paying attention. Because I had things to do, I was allowing everything to come to me and make me react based on what I had to do. Instead of me telling that thing that I was working on, I'm not going to let this get me all upset. Clearly, I'm uploading a lot of data. Why would I think that it's going to be a very fast responding laptop, and it's also a 5-year-old laptop? Why wouldn't I just have patience and walk away? Or cast out the spirit of anger and impatience? Why? Because I was allowing the world to tell me how to feel. I was reacting to my tasks in my day, which is pretty much how we all live. Then I was at the grocery store and I said, I'm going to do the podcast, but I'm going to connect to their Wi-Fi real quick. So I turn on my phone, meaning I haven't really been on my phone. I've been on my laptop the whole morning. Turn on my phone, meaning wake it up so that I can go listen to a podcast. And what do I see? I changed my wallpaper a couple of weeks ago to Jesus on the cross, bloodied and bruised. It's Jim Caviezel when he was hanging on the cross for the Passion of the Christ. And you can go search that on any of your search engines and download that picture and make it your wallpaper too, because guess what happened? The minute my phone lit up, he was there. I am not kidding when I say instantly, immediately, snap of a finger fast, all of that grumpiness that was stuck on me, that was weighing me down, that I could not shake off, was gone. Gone, you guys. Gone. And okay, so this is what really happened. I looked at the picture and then I gasped because it's an off-putting picture. I'm not used to it, right? It's been on I hope I never get used to it, by the way. That's why I put it there, because the other picture that I had of Jesus was a nice, pretty picture of Jesus, and I got used to it. I used to say hello every time I would turn it on because it was a new thing. But I'm telling you, I gasped because it's a brutal picture. But it instantly reminds me of the fact that I've got nothing to complain about. But I'm telling you, I didn't even have a moment to think. When I saw the picture and I went, that was the snap. That was that split minute. It was split second. Not split minute, split second. It was gone. And then I thought, oh my gosh, Jesus, I am so sorry. What do I have to complain about? Because my laptop was slow, my books were being screwed up, my keyboard, basically my little mouse pad thing on my laptop broke. When I look at it, and of course, when I was telling you about it a moment ago, it just sounds so silly because of what he went through for us. And I was a totally different person. I was walking through the grocery store, smiling at people, talking to people. I come home, my normal, happy, zealous self. And my husband looks at me and he goes, "Oh, thank God you're back." And I said, "Do you know what happened?" He said, "No, what?" And I told him exactly the story. And he said, "Wow, that's pretty cool." I said, "Yeah, dude. Really, what do I have to worry about?" And my husband has said that that's a pretty uncomfortable picture. He's like, "I don't know. I wouldn't want that on my phone." I'm like, "But doesn't it make you think every time?" He's like, "Yeah." And so now I come and I am evangelizing when I come home to say that just one look at this picture changed me completely. We're talking 180, everyone. Like that. Just by the gasp, just by the... And I wonder if that was just as powerful as any deliverance prayer that I shoulda, coulda, woulda prayed if I was paying attention. Go download that picture. It's a game changer. It's a conversation starter too, because I talked about it, with my friend that I visited over the 5 days. She's like, "Oh my gosh, that's your screen saver or wallpaper or whatever?" I said, "Yeah, but boy, it sure makes me not complain." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I bet." Fallen away Catholic, long story there. Okay, so that was my story that I wanted to share with you. And I'd love for you to pray for me to continue to work on my personal petition meditation. This is the conversation with you and God, where you can hand him all the things you want to hand him, all the behaviors and addictions and stresses and anxieties and things that, you want to change in your life and your family and the way that you show up. And then we give it to God. And then we turn around and we say, "Okay, God, this is who I want to be." And we attach to those emotions. And we feel physically in a very calm state. This is that reprogramming of the subconscious mind. And we allow God to transform us, to heal us, to redeem us, to renew us. And we come out of that prayer a different person that we went in as. And we go show up because we ask God to give us that grace. And we are already on fire. And woo, watch out what can come that day. Cannot wait. That's kind of how you come out of this meditation. Okay, so let's just remember what Jesus did for us and know that one look at him, you can be transformed like that. Believe it. I am a walking, living proof of that. Okay, I got to go again. So sorry for the late one today. Stay tuned for Saturday Morning Coffee with Kendra on my YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com and type in Kendra Von Esch. I'll see you over there. I love you all. Find something more with God, soul, mind, and body. And have a blessed and inspired day.